We're going to discuss how to sharpen a chainsaw today, also how to keep it clean, pull it apart and put it back together again. So the first thing we're going to do is take the chainsaw apart. So I've loosened these bolts already before. Before you do that, make sure that you loosen off the tension, which is just in here, buried between all the dirt. Just in there, believe it or not. So you normally put a screwdriver in there. Sorry, there it is there. Tension that off. Undo the bolts. And make sure that the chain brake is in the off position. Take that off. And we're going to slip the bar forward, take the chain off, chain aside, and take the bar off. Now the bar is in pretty dirty state. The main thing we're looking for is these holes just here. One is for the tension, one is for the oil. Now right now there's a hole that goes down there too. It's actually blocked full of rubbish, and that stops the oil coming through. Actually see the hole just going through just down there. So that needs to be cleaned out. The best thing to do is start with a little screwdriver or some sort of thing and just run that through down. Remove all the gunk through there. Do the same the other side. And then block that hole too. You can see the screwdriver poking out, going right through. Okay, and the same the other side. And that's one block now. Okay, just use an old brush, give it a bit of clean up. Get through those holes, run your brush again through there. If those holes are blocked and the oil is not going through, there's no oil going onto the chain and you will stretch your chain. Okay, now we also need to clean in here as well. This is where the oil is going to come through, just in here. So we need to keep that clean as well. You'll notice a lot of oil around the chainsaw. That's because the oil hole is blocked. The pressure builds up behind the hole, doesn't allow it to go into the bar, so it oozes around here. That's why there's so much oil. Just clean all that out. And then on the other part here, this little unit here, that is the tensioner finger. Okay, to keep that clean as well. Clean all around here and around the chain brake mechanism. Okay. That'll do for now. Now putting the bar back on again. It's a good idea on a regular basis is to rotate the chain or rotate the bar so you get even wear. So when you put it on, the wear is going down here, and so every so often turn it upside down so it wears evenly. You've got holes both sides, so you can put it in like that. Let's put it in like that now. Making sure the chain is on the correct way. The point of the tooth must be facing away from the motor. Okay, put that on here first of all. Make sure it's sitting in correctly into the bar. Slide that on like that. Pull the bar forward a little bit and just make sure that's all going to mesh in, which it is. And it's sitting nicely on these lugs here. Now, with this tensioner finger, when we turn the screwdriver here, you'll notice the tensioner is moving that way. We go clockwise, it moves forward. As it moves forward, it pushes the bar forward, and that's what tensions the chain. So when we put this back on again, we have to match this finger with this hole. Can be tricky sometimes, so just line it up a bit there. You go backwards a little bit. So when we put it on, it slots in, just like that. We then put the bolts back on again, the nuts. Do them up hand tight. And then just pinch them up with a spanner. Once you've done that, you want to take them back a half a turn. Now, to tension the chain, it's crucial that you lift the bar up. If we don't lift the bar up and we tension, when we start the chainsaw, the bar goes back in the right position and the chain becomes loose. So we lift up the bar, turn the tensioner screw, and it's starting to move the bar forward. As you can see, the chain is starting to tighten up. What I like to do is just run the chain a little bit like that to make sure it's all meshing properly. Do it a bit tighter. It's a little bit too loose. That's getting better. But keep pressure on the bar. Keep holding the bar up. Now, when it gets that tight, you shouldn't be able to see the tips of these things here, which are called the links. When you pull it out just gently, you shouldn't see the very tips. Keep holding it, and now tighten up your bolts. Don't tighten one at a time, do them both together. You want to do them up relatively tight. Okay. Now, to make sure that the bar is the correct tension, when we get a screwdriver and we run the chain like this, it shouldn't keep running. So that's about right. Okay, that's how to take a chainsaw apart and put it back together again.